Hello, I'm Sac. Wait, you're smart. You try to figure out who I am. I will tell you 3 things about my life, and if you can't guess who I am, I guess I'll have to tell you. First, I was kidnapped by a Hidasta Indian tribe when I was about 12 or 13 years old. Second, I was invited to join the Lewis and Clark expedition. And third, the one that gives it away, I was the only girl explorer. Now, if none of that rings a bell, I'm going to have to tell you. I am Sacagawea. Sacagawea, an American journey. Well, first things first, the boring stuff. I was born in 1788 by what is now called Idaho, in a Shoshone Indian tribe. Then, like I said before, when I was 12 or 13 years old, I was kidnapped by an Indian tribe. I was then sold to a French-Canadian fur trader named Toussaint Charbonneau. I became one of his wives at about age 16. In the winter of 1804 and 1805, all the magic happened. The corpse discovery arrived near me. William,
Hi, I'm Clark.
and Meriwether Lewis
Hi, I'm Lewis.
were building Fort Mandan, and they were searching for a trapper who could guide and interpret them during the expedition. They chose my husband. And once they figured out that I was his pregnant wife and a speaker of the Shoshone language, they allowed me to go too. How'd you guys get here?
Well, on April 30th, 1803, Thomas Jefferson, he's our president, he bought a big portion of land known as the Louisiana Purchase.
Yeah, and that's where you were living at the time.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we were sent to explore it because nobody knew what was there. But we bought it, so we had to know what was there.
Exactly.
So that's how you guys got here.
Yep. And we hired you to help us.
Mm-hmm. Well, that explains everything. On February 11th, 1805, my son Jean-Baptiste Carmendeo was born. Having me and my baby on the expedition would be pretty tough at times, but it would come in handy. We were like a sign of peace. Without us, the corpse of Discovery might have been in some trouble. Speaking of the corpse of Discovery, throughout the expedition, William Clark became very close to my son.
Oh, you're so cute.
He even nicknamed him Pomp or Pompey. Later in the month of April, the group departed from the fort and began traveling the Missouri River. I was a pretty big help. When the keelboat collapsed, I was able to save the important documents of the trip. In August of 1805, a Shoshone tribe had been spotted. We were in need of horses to go over the Rocky Mountains. That is when I came in handy. I was reunited with my brother, who happened to be the chief of the tribe, and not only did I get to be able to trade for horses, but I was also able to get us guides who would assist us with going over the Rocky Mountains. For some time, we had been inside of the Rocky Mountains. Crossing them would be the hardest part of the journey. When we were finished in the Rocky Mountains, we would travel back to report what we had seen. After crossing the Rocky Mountains, we arrived back home. Sir Bonu and I spent the next 3 years with the Indians.
Jean Baptiste went to live with me.
About 6 years after the expedition, she had another baby. She was named Lizette. Shortly after, in about 1812, Sacagawea died of fever.